when it comes to our lovely love and relationships, knock, knock, who's there? It's a twin flame. Are we going to have a saga? No, because I own my brain. And what does that mean? It means that my embodied brain is mine and I get to talk to you. And that even if you are the one, you don't have to be the one if you don't feel I'm the one for you. Okay, so that's number one. Number one is that any love and any person, romantically speaking, is going to be someone you say, I love you, and you're going to then hear back, they love you or they don't. And then you don't make up shit in your brain. It doesn't matter what's going on out there. Okay, so with that being said, I wanted to share a little bit of story. And that's where I have 3 twin flames, and they're all different from different times. But I knew all of them since a very young age. And then I have a bunch of soulmates. And I have some that have recently surprised me. So after twin flames, which is a really big deal, you're like, wow, you're just so much into that world that you kind of forget about soulmates, I have to say. And then you get reminded. So I got to be gifted after my twin flames, my lovely soulmates. And as you move into, so for some of us, the polyamory community, you recognize how some people have healthy self-worth. So they're not masochists. They're also not jealous. They're also not people who are afraid of losing anyone. Okay, so again, love is a constant. Love expands. The fact that it is introduced to us in the monoamory and monogamous plane is something I understand. I grew up with it. I'm 44, so I grew up knowing that you can only love one. I see movies, they still promote that. And I know of your 0-1-year-old. And so if you're remembering that song, I'm going to mention it a couple more times, The River of Dreams, Billy Joel, when he says that he's looking for that something that was taken from him that is sacred from his soul, and that the blind can see it and find it, but that he's tired of walking and he's still looking, and he ends up, like all of us do, in the ocean, because the river ends up in the ocean, but we all begin from the street. Okay, so we all begin somewhere, and that's where we all begin with the 0-1-year-old. Those of us who know what love is, we're the ones who are blind. And like the Rumi quote goes, we know love and no separation. And so with our twin flame or flames, we will know of those people based on an intuitive hit. It'll be immediate. In fact, you don't need your twin flame or flames or soulmates to spiritually awaken. Number one, true spirituality involves you living a life of meaning and connection beyond the solo self, according to what I learned from different people, one of which Daniel Siegel, from a conference on spirituality that he was invited to go speak at. Because Dr. Dan, he helps us to know, me and anybody else that follows and learns from him, as Bezel Vanderkolk. There's a bunch of names, I won't be able to mention all of them, but Dr. Daniel Siegel is the one that I'm still learning about interpersonal neurobiology from. My lovely dissociative identity disorder and disorganized attachment course that I've completed, consciousness and change, health, lifespan of attachment. I'm needing to complete that one, and I believe that's it. Or there's maybe one more, but I have so many that I forget all their names. And one of my most favorite 2 courses, actually, one is on, 2 on somatopia, just one I haven't completed, but the one that I did is trauma, and I got to learn how to support people with trauma to get out of trauma. And that's why self-help and personal development coaches, we're just as valuable if attachment trauma informed, but if also spiritual, again, also valuable. It adds to the toolkit. For the people who are knowledgeable about their self, they will know how to spot those who are supportive, and they will know how to ask questions. And that's where spiritually awakening people don't lose people on their journey. They don't have to go through this dark night of soul that the 4D talks about. That's the human broken narrative. It's basically the push-pull suffering. They're there with the Zen master who talks about emotions as laundry. Okay, so that's why there's the way that they have with their twin flame. It's pretty much comparable to limerence, and it's comparable also to a toxic type. That's why people think it's toxic twin flame, but it's not. It's that the people who begin to know of their connection have the opportunity to work through their thoughts and emotions. I've explained this to people before. And like I said, they don't awaken you to your purpose in life. You already have your name. Use your human name. But the people, obviously, who don't know their spiritual purpose in life are going to be thankful that they awoke to it because of one human being. You see how much responsibility you're putting on one human being about your own life, 1-year-old? So anyways, I'm a free 1-year-old, which is why I know nothing of this thing of where anyone will awaken you spiritually. You're already awoken to your spirituality. Now, if you live a life of meaning and connection beyond the soul self, you're going to know how to be in your integrated brain, and you're going to want to do more thoughts, more emotions. And for the Kundalini awakening, totally, that it has to do with your twin flames. When you do it with and with, it's something that we can talk about if any one of you is looking for specific guidance for your mystical journey. Okay, so that's a side note. As for personal development and simply put, relationship to relationship, a human being who affects you deeply in a good way and who you are fond of in a good way, you will be able to know that what you need to live is air, water, and food. And that a person you enjoy deeply, the one, is not going to necessarily be the one, and you will not die. You will not physically die. Now, those who have a borderline personality lens, there's Dr. Daniel Fox. He talks about the heartbreak, and I understand what he talks about. Not to mention that people who do have that lens, they need to know the psychoeducation. That's why I mentioned Dr. Daniel Fox. And then they can start working on their lens and immediately begin to find the benefits in time because they're motivated to do the mindset exercises. Mind, it's all about mind. And to then have healthy self-worth people around you. Dr. Daniel Fox, gives for free exercises in all of his borderline personality and narcissism community. Thank him. He does not dehumanize these people. He helps them. And every single one of these worksheets that I noticed, because I saw them, they all help a person to work with themselves in the same way that I learned, but different, because they're geared and specialized for those who have personality disorders based on his experience and who he supports. And it's really great, though, because the basics tell you everything. And on that note, I'm getting a lot of different ideas for our own masterclass because of knowing of all these different professionals, Daniel Siegel included, Dr. Dan, they're all doctors pretty much. But again, love and relationships, we support each other to become the best version of ourselves. And here's where no one is broken. So the only ones who feel changed, by the way, are the ones who needed to reclaim their self first. Some of us, we don't feel changed because we didn't ever lose ourselves. That's why the blind people, like the Rumi quote, we love from our heart and soul, so we don't know separation, which is also why we don't have a saga or a drama with our twin flame or flames or our soulmates or our oversoul. But again, the saga, they say it's with the twin flame. So here's what I have to share with you about the twin flame. And twin flames, you own your left mode, you own your right mode. When I shared this with people who have twin flame and only one, they said, well, you have more experience. That's why you're talking like this. I said, okay, this means I don't want to do emotions, Maria. I don't want to look with my third eye and do my introspection, interpersonal. Yeah, anyone want to look at Elsa for a minute? Or do you want to go on the journey of Elsa and then get to the end and still keep going? So again, it's something that when I look back, what I can tell you about twin flames, oh my gosh, oh, it's hilarious. I haven't shared the stories. The only people who know some of what stories are our lovely IHP community, but not full in depth. All I can tell you is that I consistently grew more and more aware of a lot of things. And today I look back and I'm like, that is fucking, it's like, you're going to say it this way. That's just bullshit. That's fucked up. And you laugh because you're like, wow, no one could believe this shit. That's why I'm a spiritual lady. Because seriously, I look back and I'm like, this is not, this. You can't make this shit up. You actively can't make the shit up that mystics go through. It's the best of all worlds. 5D, not 4D. 4D, I mean, I love my 4D peeps, but oh my gosh, they They don't get to experience the bliss. They can. They can. Don't get me wrong. So love and relationships. This is what it is. You grow more loving when you can say yes to feeling emotions versus I got laundry. It's hard. Well, I'm sorry. And it goes. Zen master over there. Shoo shoo. Have fun. See you later. It's bullshit over here. Over here it's crap. Self-help. Crap bullshit. See you later, alligator. Spiritual awakening. Sure, go lose people. Anytime I see these people saying you lose people, you cannot heal trauma by yourself. And also, you are disrespecting a bunch of people who they may not be at their best behavior always, but if they get a good therapist, they could. You crapping on them doesn't help them. And you crapping on them means you're casting a stone. So, that's not love, but we'll to be continued. The sun's leaving us. So, love and relationships, they're really fun. So are our twin flames, our soulmates, all of it, our oversoul. When we have emotions that are deep and blue, it's okay because I can hug you too. And that's why it's all good. We get to expand consciousness when we say yes to love and romance. And that's why knock, knock, who's there? I'm love. Are you true? Yes. Does that mean? Yep. Means I'm going to stick around. I'm going to talk all night long about everything. And then I'm not going to stop. And then you're going to say, I thought that you had stopped. Nope. Keep going higher and higher. So when people know love, enlightenment, I, your lovely host, chose the path of love. Jesus introduced it to me. So did God, and I continue it, and it's beautiful. So for the path of love and bliss and wisdom, come on over. For the path of humans are broken and all of that other stuff, there's other people. They're all over that. We are here. We trust in life, love, and we trust in our lovely humanity because we are all here to evolve and expand consciousness together and to move out of old ways of thinking and old ways of describing feelings and emotions. Are awesome with our attachment trauma information and all the exercises of mindfulness and meditation and yoga. No demons. So sorry, dude. I mean, really. The fact that you think it's demons that come out of your body versus there's Peter Levine. He talks to you about trauma charges in your body and muscles, bones, and tissues. So does Bezo Vanderkolk. And I'm sure they probably have some stories about being chased down the hallways too. Peter has one. But I'm not going to share it this time. I'm going to leave you now. Thank you so much for stopping by. So like, share, and subscribe if you appreciate it. If you know anybody who wants to do love and growth and, you know, have fun in life. And my mystics, come on over. Enough with the demons are coming out of the volcanoes. Please, poor volcanoes. Like, why would we treat anyone? A volcano is a volcano. It's going to do what a volcano does. What are you talking about? Making it out to be some not positive entity. We're going to learn to use different words here. Oh, don't worry. The ones who want to call us toxic positivity, it's okay. We get used to it. Ones who want to talk to me about toxic negativity, those are other people too. So they use a lot of fancy words. We like to just have fun with love and enjoy intellect and emotion. Come on over. See you again soon.